Hey everyone, Shark here, and we have now been teased with 3 new characters debuting in the upcoming patch. We had Sitlali and Mawika teased a day before. The new character just teased, Lanyan. And while we've only been able to get some lore about this character, we can actually say with confidence that we know a lot more about her than the other new characters. Like how she's going to be free, her rarity and elements, and how I think she's going to be a good and useful character for a lot of people. So let's talk about Lanyan. We'll start off with what we know about her, and that is that she is from Liyue and that she is an animo character based on the vision displayed on her back. And that's really all about we can say with 100% certainty, but hold on because we can use our powers of deduction to find out even more information. Given the timing of this drip marketing and what's coming in the future, we can safely say that Lanyan is a 4-star character. That's because Lantern Rite will be happening right after version 5.3, and given that Lanyan is from Liyue, and that they historically have released a new 4-star character from Liyue for Lantern Rite every year, it just seems too perfect. It's possible we could be seeing Lanyan in version 5.3, or maybe she won't debut until patch 5.4, but either way, as long as she is a 4-star, you will be able to get her for free. That's because the Lantern Rite event has always given players a chance to choose a 4-star character from Liyue as a free reward. Now of course we're making a few assumptions here, but we really only need 3 criteria for Lanyan to be a free character, and we already know one of them is true. We know for a fact that she's from Liyue because it literally says so, meaning she can be a free character that you can select as long as she is also a 4-star character, and as long as Hoyo does not change the rewards from the Lantern Rite event. Now of course things could very much change, but if I were a betting shark, I would bet some sand dollars that players will be able to get a copy of her for free from the Lantern Rite event. And if you want to know who the best free 4-star character to choose is, I will definitely make a guide for the Lantern Rite 4-star character selector when the time comes and when we know more about Lanyan, so definitely sub to the channel so you don't miss out on that. So far we've talked about what's confirmed, what's unconfirmed but highly likely, and now let's talk about what has not been confirmed at all. These are all things from the rumor mill, so just keep in mind that this info can be very much subject to change, and that you should not take any of these character rumors as set in stone. That being said, it is interesting to think about, even if they're partially true, then that could mean that Lanyan could be a very good character. A lot of people have told me that they expect Lanyan to be a defensive support, but unlike other animo defensive supports like Sayu or Jean that are healers, they expect Lanyan to be an animo shielder, which, if true, would make her the first animo shielder in Genshin Impact. People have also tried to talk to me about her abilities and if they'll be good, and all I have to say to them is just pay no mind to whatever you see now. Characters go through a bunch of testing and they always have major changes, so it's not worth trying to evaluate a character who's just been teased. Instead, what we can do is look at the general functionality of a character based on a bunch of hypotheticals, and then give an estimation about how useful they will be based on the current game mechanics. And this is why I think Lanyan will be good, because it almost doesn't matter what her talents and abilities are. At the very least, she will be able to use the Viridescent Venerer artifact set, which is one of the best artifact sets in the entire game. The additional red shred is extremely helpful, and given Lanyan's potential as a defensive support, it could be a nice option for her. And even if she has a difficult time using the Viridescent artifact set, she still may be a good holder for the Scroll of Cinder City artifact set to give your team additional elemental damage bonuses. And if all the rumors of what people have told me are true, that means you could use Lanyan right before switching to your on-field damage dealer and have her give them all of her artifact and defensive buffs. This would make her pretty useful for a lot of different teams. For example, a lot of people are asking if it's worth wishing for C1 Nuevillette or Zhongli, so much so that I made a video about it. But if everything people have told me is true, Lanyan could use the Viridescent set while also providing a shield for Nuevillette, which would be a big damage boost while also providing some defensive support. And this is why it's even more important for people who are wondering about wishing for Nuevillette C1 to wait until the patch 5.3 livestream before they make their wishing decision. Hopefully we'll get a lot more information about Lanyan in a few weeks. All the rumors people have told me about her make her seem pretty useful, but for right now we'll just have to wait out and see if she's actually going to be good. But considering she's from Liyue and she's getting released right around the time of Lantern Rite, I don't think she's going to be awful.